Good morning, happy Monday. For breakfast, I'm having a breakfast pocket. So this is using one of those 90 calorie smart pockets. I have 2 eggs scrambled with a slice of turkey bacon and a banana. And I put this in my air fryer and it turned out so good. So I highly recommend these little smart pockets. I also, of course, brought my Premier Protein that I always bring with me with 3 shots of espresso coffee. The Cafe Latte Premier Protein, definitely one of my favorites. For snacks to bring to work, I went ahead and brought a Too Good raspberry yogurt, which was not my favorite, by the way, and then a Honeycrisp apple.
Hey guys, happy Monday. I know this is like a terrible angle. I'm taking a break. It's like 10:15 and I've been sitting here like solid in front of my computer. So I thought I better just take a break, and I went and filled up my water. So I'm almost done with this. This is like my second one. I drank my first one at home before I left. Anyway, I just thought I would chat since this is like my first official day back on WW. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna give it a good month. I really want to give it a good try. I've been hearing from y'all like since I mentioned that I was thinking about going back, or just trying it out, and I have heard so many like conflicted people, not really conflicted, different points of view. And so I feel like with this program, either people are really loving this new program or they're really hating it. I'm not really getting an in between from very many people. Some people had said, they're still like counting calories, but I'll tell y'all, I actually have already pre-tracked my entire day, and I pre-tracked both on WW and on Lose It app. And it's interesting because my calories today, so like my daily calories on the Lose It app comes out to like 1444, and I have 1401. So it's actually, that was one of the issues when I left WW before. There's a couple issues. The main issue I would say with it was I did not want to have to pay for a program because I can't go to in-person meetings, even if I think they're having them again, but I can't go to them anyway because they conflict with my work schedule, and we literally only have I think there's only one time to go here in my area. There may be 2 times, but neither one of them I can make work. And so I just didn't feel like I was getting like the bang for my buck, type thing. And I feel like paying for a program and you're not getting anything out of it besides just what you get out of it. Because I'm kind of comparing it to those programs out there where you can purchase like all the food you need. There's like Nutrisystem, there's that Optavia, there's which that one you just purchase like I think just some of the foods. And Nutrisystem, I think it's the same way, isn't it? You just purchase some of the foods and then you supplement with your own. Now that's a little bit different because you're actually purchasing a physical item, which I have thought about some of those ones before, because sometimes I just think how great would it be just to purchase all that and you just have everything. You have everything that you need and you don't have to even think about what you're eating. It's just right there. There's times when I've gotten so frustrated with myself and frustrated with just having, you get in those modes where you just don't even want to cook or think about what you're going to eat. So that like helps a lot. I've thought about that, but I just really think I would be super like bored with it, to be honest. Anyway, so that's was my main problem. Then the second problem was I did not get enough calories when I was towards the end, and I was double tracking to see what kind of calories I was getting at. It's like pretty much on any given day I was getting between 800 to 900 calories. Now a lot of that could have been my fault because I wasn't taking advantage of like the 0-point foods. But I think in this case, and I will pop up here on the screen a screenshot of the free foods that I get after taking the quiz. And I really struggled a lot with like, do I want potatoes or do I want rice? Do I want to add avocado? Because I told you guys I've been having kind of an aversion to avocado. It's weird to go through these modes where it's just like, doesn't sound very good. And then they're so expensive right now, but I did get a Snag a Bunch on sale and I had some this weekend. I was like, oh yeah, okay, I guess I'm liking avocados right now. So I went ahead and added that. But I will pop up here on the screen. If I forget, remind me. But I'll when I'm editing, like sometimes I'm not listening to all this stuff, but I'll try to remember to do that. So I really was like struggling though between potatoes and rice. Like, what do I eat more? And I first originally went with rice, but then I thought, you know what, I really, really, really like cauliflower rice. Like, I have no issues with it, and it's easy because it's already riced for you. And the cauliflower mash, I don't mind cauliflower mash, but I really don't like preparing it all the time. And if it was something that I had to prepare like every day, if I wanted potatoes, plus my friend Connie, who used to have a YouTube channel, which you guys tell her to start it back up. Comment down below, because that's where I met her. I really want her to get back on YouTube because I loved watching her videos, because we don't live in the same area. So anyway, she had like made a good point when she said that she chose potatoes because she could have those for breakfast. That's such a good point, because I feel like I can be more versatile with potatoes, and I could do sweet potatoes or regular potatoes. Whereas rice, like I said, I can substitute cauliflower rice, or I can do like my little trick where I do half regular rice and half cauliflower rice. So then I'm still getting a little bit of points with the regular rice, but not like a whole bunch. So that's why I ended up going with the potatoes. But anyway, so I don't know. I mean, it's just interesting that I'm back here, and we'll just see how it goes. I really needed a challenge though, y'all. I really, really needed a challenge, and I feel like this is exactly what I needed. I get in such a rut so easily, and especially when life is so chaotic, which you guys know it really is right now, with, you know, my husband's health issues, and then just with money and all of that. Like right now, it's just, things are just crazy and stressful, and I think I needed a challenge, something to tell me like, this is what you need to be doing. And I feel really good about it. So I will sum up each day with how many points and everything I ended up using, which give me a little grace this first week, because honestly, when I was making my meal plan, I completely forgot that this week was already March, like completely forgot. So give me a little grace. I'm just getting back into the swing of things, and we'll just see how it goes. Plus, I forgot to weigh on Saturday and Sunday, so I have my weigh-in from Friday, and then I weighed in again today, which I was exactly the same as I was on Friday. So that'll be like my official. So my first weigh-in on, I'll weigh in on Thursday. And so my first weigh-in on Thursday will only be like 4 days, really, of doing this program. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, I don't expect to see like any huge loss this first week, only because, like I said, it's only like 4 days. But then I'll have next week will be a full like week. But Thursday seems to be my sweet spot with weighing in. Like that seems to be where I'm really sitting really well. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It's gonna be, like I said, gonna be really interesting. I am so tired, y'all. Tell me if anybody else is like this. Like, I hate conflict so much that it's like almost debilitating to me when I try to have to confront somebody about something. And like, I get shaky. I get like I'm gonna have an anxiety attack. And so when I have things going on, like people being noisy in my house at night, because we have people living with us, like I cannot be the one to confront them, because I get shaky. I get where I can't, like, and then I start to cry, and then, I mean, it's like, you guys, it's debilitating. It's so terrible that I'm like that. I just cannot do conflict at all. And so I did not get any sleep. Like, I had to text my husband. He was at work, but I had to have him take care of it, but he was at work, so he couldn't do it right away. But honestly, you guys, I'm just like struggling with this whole situation. But anyway, we'll see how it goes. Okay, so we'll see how this first week goes. I'm really curious about it. I don't know. We'll see how life rolls. Tonight for dinner, I'm gonna make low carb taco casserole. I haven't had that for a long time. You guys know that's like one of my favorite things like ever. So I'm actually super excited for it. And I will see you guys at lunchtime. Bye.
For lunch today, I'm having my meal prep, which was a Hawaiian pizza chicken with side of broccoli. Check out my meal prep video, which will be linked down below. You can see how I made this. For dinner tonight, I'm going to make one of my favorite things, low carb casserole. So you need some cauliflower. Usually I make my own taco seasoning, you guys know, but I have not made it in a while, so I did pick some up. I have some 99% fat-free turkey breast, also a can of tomato paste, and then, of course, the rice cauliflower there. So in my pan here, I have 1 whole red bell pepper, a half of a white onion, and then I'm going to saute that up. And, oh, yeah, forgot to show you. I'm also been using 2 cups of this reduced fat cheese. Of course, if you want to make this lower point and lower calorie, you can use the fat-free cheese. I'm just not a huge fan of the fat-free cheese. I don't mind the fat-free mozzarella, but I do prefer this reduced fat Mexican style cheese whenever I'm making anything. So I added in the bag of cauliflower rice, which I did put in the microwave to thaw out first. I added that to my peppers and my onions once they were nice and soft. I'm just going to move that around a little bit. I added in my taco seasoning, added in just a little bit of water. I'm going to stir that up. I'm also going to add in some tomato paste as well, but I'm just going to stir it up really well. And then we're going to let this simmer until it gets nice and reduced down. Now my ground turkey, I did cook that up. I added in some tomato paste and some taco seasoning. And then, of course, I added in just a little bit of water and then just let that cook up a little bit. My layers here, so you're going to put a layer of the cauliflower rice, and then you're going to do the meat layer on top of that. And then you're going to add the cheese on top of that. And then this is going to go into a 375-degree oven for about 20 minutes. You're really just melting that cheese since everything is cooked. But usually it takes about 20 minutes. And then once that comes out, you just add all the toppings that you want on it. So it looks so good when it comes out of the oven, by the way. This, I believe, makes 6 servings. And then on mine, I added on shredded lettuce, avocado, pico de gallo, cilantro, jalapenos, and then I did add on some plain non-fat Greek yogurt in place of sour cream, so that way it's 0 points. And this was absolutely amazing. I could eat this every single day. Hey guys, I just wanted to do a little check-in and let you guys know how yesterday went. So my first day back on plan. Now I do double track. Again, that is something, I've said this before, something that not everybody's going to want to do. Is kind of daunting, but for me, it's not a big deal because I do try to pre-track as much as I can. I take my Sundays after I'm meal prepping and I have all my recipes out from, doing my grocery haul and my meal prepping. I have everything already out open on my computer. So I go ahead at that point while I'm like exporting my video or whatever, I go ahead and I just get all my recipes put in and then I pre-track as much as I can. So for me, it's not that big of a deal since I do it like pretty much all on Sunday and then I just kind of fill in the gaps, but I can easily move things around if that's something I end up not having that I pre-track. Not a big deal, but at least all the recipes are built into them. And both of those apps you can also put meals into. So if there's like a certain meal you want to have, and that way you don't have to track a bunch of things separately, you can do that too. So I do that a lot as well. So for me, it's not a big deal, but definitely some people like may look at that and like, okay, this is totally like, I can't even do this because I have to double track. No, you don't have to double track. I just do it because my experience with Weight Watchers last time was that I was not getting enough calories in. So I'm being very aware of that this time. And I just want to make sure that I'm getting my calories in, getting my protein in. So I feel like I did really good. So yesterday, so I have 18 points is what I get a day. I actually used 17, but I had 5 remaining because I did gain 4 points. I gained 1 water point and I gained 3 veggie points. So I had a serving of cucumbers while I was making dinner, and then I had a broccoli with lunch, and then my dinner was pretty much all was almost all vegetables, so I earned a point there. So I did super well, you guys. I tracked my exercise. Yeah, so I didn't even need those extra points, but I did earn them. So fabulous. So today I'm starting off with actually with some, does it roll over? It must roll over because it says I'm starting off the day with 20. Oh no, I had already pre-tracked some stuff. That's right. I was like, what the heck? So I already pre-tracked a lot of my stuff in here. Anyway, I'm having like a lot of like, I do this all the time where I have like a lot of like Mexican stuff. So like for dinner tonight, I already have pre-tracked that I was going to make the taco pizza. So we'll see if that's what I feel like making. It sounds okay. I mean, I had the low carb taco casserole last night, but y'all know I love to have that kind of stuff. Oh, good news. My chia pudding turned out. So I will be tracking that, but I cannot believe it turned out. I was so excited. I took a little bite of it. I don't think I like it as much as I used to. That's the only thing. So we'll see. It's really good though for people who have thyroid issues because it has all those like omegas in there, and those are super good for you if you have thyroid issues. So anyway, WW side did fantastic, did really good, excited about everything. And I did a really good on my calories too, you guys. So I forgot that I had this, I thought I had this set to where it did not count my exercise. I didn't want my exercise calories given back to me, but it's set that way. So it says I used 1401, but I actually used 1558 because it did take out my exercise calories when I tracked my my 35 minutes of activity yesterday. Anyway, regardless, I used about 1,500 and something calories, which my goal typically is 1,444, but that's okay. For my total, so my total, like I said, was about roughly 1,500 calories. My macro split was so good. So 41% protein, 28% carbs, and 31% fat, which broke down to 144 grams of protein, which I do try to get about 150, between 125 to 150 in each day. So fantastic on that. My carbs were 102. I usually try to keep them around 100, and that's full carbs, not net carbs. And then my fats were 49 out of 60. I don't really track those, but they add up in here. And my net carbs, because it does track that, was 82, which that means I only had 20 grams of fiber, which I would love to have more fiber, but it's okay. I'm just going to have to work on that. But anyway, y'all, yes, very, very, very good first day. I felt full and satisfied once I got out of my own head. I was so into my head about, oh, we're starting a new thing, this is a new diet, you know, you get all that stuff into your head, and I totally had myself convinced I was starving, and I was starving myself, which I was not. I mean, I was not hungry. I just wanted to taste all the things. And once I really told myself, no, you were not hungry, then I realized, no, I was not hungry. Oh, I meant to show you guys, I don't have time. I have to go get the rest of my stuff ready. I have to go get my snacks and stuff prepped to get to work. But I got some tea in the mail. If you remember, like years ago, I used to drink that Southern Breeze cold brew tea. Well, they had some new flavors, so I ordered it off of Amazon. Oh my goodness, y'all. It is so good. I will try to remember to show you that to you tonight. If not, I will for sure show it to you in the morning. For sure, I will show that to you guys. But I have to go. So I will chat with you guys sometime after lunch or something. And here is that chia pudding. See how thick it ended up getting? And then some grapes. Cutting up a cucumber. I have a yogurt and a Teriyaki orange. Going to use some ranch stick with my cucumber, so I'm going to get all that together and then head out. For my snacks, I'm bringing a Teriyaki orange, a zero Chobani yogurt, and then some cucumbers and some Bolthouse ranch dressing. For my lunch today, I'm having chicken fried cauliflower rice. Again, check out my meal prep video. You'll see how I made this. Really good. I made this just purely with cauliflower rice this time. For dinner tonight, I'm making a teriyaki chicken with a Hawaiian fried cauliflower rice. I'm going to use some of this G. Hughes teriyaki sauce and also some of the G. Hughes sweet chili sauce, which you guys know I'm obsessed with. I absolutely love, love, love this stuff. I have some chicken. I have some, then for the rice, we're going to use some diced up ham. We're going to use some pineapple chunks, some peas and carrots, and then I'm going to do half brown rice and half rice cauliflower just to kind of bulk it up, but to just add a little bit more flavor to it. So in my pan here, I have the ham, red pepper, green peas and carrots, and then some of that diced up pineapple, which I did rinse really well, so I didn't count any points for it. Just going to saute that up, and then I'm adding in some teriyaki sauce. And I did 2 tablespoons of the teriyaki sauce in that, and I'm just going to stir that up really well until it gets nice and incorporated through. And then I added in my rice cauliflower and my brown rice to that. And then again, we're just going to, and I thawed out both of those in the microwave beforehand. And then I added in 2 tablespoons of that sweet chili sauce as well. I'm just going to stir that up. Meanwhile, the chicken is in the oven. I went ahead and just put the teriyaki sauce and the sweet chili sauce in the oven, cooked it at 375 for about 15 minutes since they're just chicken tenders, and here's my plate. My camera was being super weird. Everything was orange, so apologize for that. But this turned out absolutely amazing. The Hawaiian fried pineapple rice was so good. For a dessert tonight, so I had so many extra points. I did a 70-calorie fiber one brownie, and then a sugar-free Jell-O cup. Hi guys, so I'm actually closing up yesterday's video and I'm going to start today's video. I decided I'm going to split this video up because I'm doing a lot of talking in this video versus what I usually do for my what I ate this week, because I want to talk about how I'm feeling with the program and how it's going and what I'm learning from it, that kind of thing. So these next few weeks, probably for the entire month of March that I'm doing this challenge, I'll probably do 2 what I ate videos every week. It'll just have Monday and Tuesday, then Wednesday and Thursday. And then my weigh-in day is Thursday, so then I'll do a weigh-in video, which will probably go up like on Saturday or something like that. So that's kind of my plan. But this week is going to be a little bit off. Like normally I would have wanted this video to go up today, but I kind of made that plan last minute yesterday when I saw how much footage I had. So anyway, this week will be a little bit off, but for the most part, that's how things will go. But let's kind of wrap up yesterday. Yesterday was a really rough day for me for work. It was very stressful. There's a lot going on. This is just a very stressful time of year. I think he's probably popping up there. I hate that. And I just was not handling it well yesterday, but I feel like I did really good though, as far as food wise goes, because, yeah, I made it through the day. We have vending machines at work, and like peanut M&Ms are kind of like my go-to like stress snack. And I so bad wanted to go get some, and I was so tempted, but I did not. I actually just ended up drinking some tea. Oh, speaking of which, I have that tea I was talking about yesterday, so I'll show you that here in a second. Let's go ahead and go over how the day ended yesterday. I ended up having a ton of extra points, and I was still feeling a little bit hungry. And so I had looked at my calories like earlier when I was making dinner. I had looked at because I had everything pre-tracked for the entire day. My calories were only at like 1,100 and something. So I went ahead and ate an apple while I was making dinner, because I was getting really hungry by the time I started making dinner. And I knew dinner was going to feel kind of light, being mostly cauliflower rice with that brown rice and then the chicken. I knew it was going to feel kind of light, because that's kind of what happens sometimes. And so I ate that apple, and then I looked at my points though, and I still had like 11 left over, and that's like a lot out of 18, because most of my meals yesterday were super low points. So let me turn my app to open. It's being difficult. Okay, so I ended up earning 4 points yesterday, 1 for water, 2 for veggies, and then 1 for dinner that I had veggies with. So I ended up using 15 points out of my 18. But I still had 7 remaining, and so I was able to get that little snack in. So even with that snack, I only used 15. And I had that like after dinner last night. I had that Fiber One brownie and the sugar-free pudding cup. So I had those like together, and I still only used 15, so I still really didn't even have to use any of my like added points or anything. I tracked my water. So yeah, everything went good. I didn't drink quite as much water yesterday as I did the previous day, and I could kind of feel it. My body, it's like if I do really good drinking a lot of water several days in a row, and then I don't one day, like I just feel like my mouth is super dry, my skin gets super, and my skin right now is so dry. That's why I really want to get this water in. So that was how I ended up on the WW. I ended up with using 15 out of my 18, but ended up with 7 left because of the added points. As far as calories go, I ended up with 38 calories out of like 1444 is like my goal. As far as my macros, my split was 21% fat, 48% carb, and 31% protein. So my protein was a lot lower than I wanted it to be. I ended up with 95 out of 125 for protein. And then my carbs were 150, but my net carbs were 120, because I did have 31 grams of fiber, which that's good. I really try to aim for quite a bit of fiber. And my meals actually were pretty good in protein. So I don't know how I would have made it any different yesterday, because my breakfast was 34 grams of protein, which is excellent. My lunch was 25, which again is good. My snacks even came to 17, and then my dinner was 19. So I don't know what more I could have done besides maybe instead of like I could have done like a yogurt. Like one of my other snacks I really like to do is the plain non-fat Greek yogurt with one of those brownies, and then I put like blueberries in there, like the frozen blueberries that I allowed to like thaw out a little bit. Mix that in there with the Fiber One brownie. That would have given me quite a bit more protein. So those are ways that you can add in more protein without adding in extra points. If you have yogurt for me is like the non-fat yogurt for me is 0 points. but I'm actually getting that extra protein as well. And then I have a little sweet treat with the brownie. So, you know, that's another way I could have balanced it out. But I do have a bunch of those sugar-free pudding cups that I want to use up. But I may do like the yogurt thing next time. Like tonight, if I feel like having a snack, I may just do that instead. And then I get that extra like bang of protein. So that is how everything ended. Let me show you real quick that tea I was talking about. So I used to get this tea all the time. So if you guys have been around for a while, you're going to recognize this. This is that Southern Breeze tea, and it's cold brew tea. You can get them in the big, huge, like the gallon pitcher size ones. I actually have some of those. I have the original flavor and I think like a peach flavor. And right now also my cupboard in these small packages. So these are just regular one package. I have some peach original and some raspberry right now, but they came out with some new flavors. They're brand new flavors. Like there's a couple, I can't remember what they were called, but they were sold out on their website and they were not on Amazon. But I did find this whole pack of their other newer flavors on Amazon, and it's the same price it is on their website. So we have mango, which is my favorite out of all of these. This is so good. Watermelon, surprisingly good. I wasn't sure what I was going to think about it, but I was pleasantly surprised. The blackberry, also really good. And then we have the mint, which I haven't tried yet. I did take a couple of them to work to try, so I'll have to try those and let you know. But I put them in my tumbler here. So what I do is I fill my tumbler with some ice and water, and this is either 24 or 28 ounces. I can't see what it says on the bottom of the thing. I actually feel like it's 28 ounces, but I do put some ice in it, so I just kind of count my water. I count this as 24 ounces with the water. So I just do this, and I just put one bag in there. And this bag says to put it to 8 ounces, but this flavor is so strong, and I prefer to like leave my tea bags in my water and just constantly get the flavor. So when you put it in this bigger one and you just put one of these things in there, it'll flavor this whole entire tumbler completely and with a lot of flavor. I love these. So, and I do drink a lot of plain water too, but I do put like a little bit of water enhancer in it. I don't ever do like a full like serving, just a little bit to flavor it. But I count this as water because honestly, it's like I said, you're putting like, it's just like diluted tea. So I don't agree with the like, you're only going to get, you have to do plain water. The thing is, I'm not using that point typically. So far, I'm not using that point that I'm earning from water anyway. So I know it says, oh, only plain water, but I don't know. I think it's just whatever you believe, whatever you want to do. Anyway, so that was my last 2 days. I feel like I've done really good. I'm feeling really good so far about the program. I'm feeling very motivated, which is the whole reason why I wanted to start it, was to get this extra motivation and to kind of challenge my body that I feel like I have not been giving myself a good challenge. But I'm still eating those same healthy, protein-filled, quick, easy meals that I have been eating already. So I've really been able to not really change much about what I'm doing and still being able to so far to incorporate it in there and still keeping things. You guys know I like to do like, 1 or 2 low carb meals a day. And I feel like this is super easy to work with so far. We'll just keep going, but keep plugging along. So anyway, I'm going to close up this video and then I will see you guys tomorrow for the next 2 days of what I ate this week. And stay tuned to the end of the week. We'll have a weigh-in video.